Good evening, everybody. I am Nate Manahan, and I am the co-founder of POS Choice. And Rob and I are continuing to bring you as much content as we can about ways to help and grow your restaurant. And here on every evening, as I possibly can, I'm telling the stories, what we are calling the restaurant heroes, as we try to remind ourselves of how people across this great land are fighting, are striving, are innovating, are doing everything they can to help the restaurants grow or at least sustain, and helping to keep as many employees employed during this time as we all band together to stay socially separated and to fight this COVID-19, but at the same time to realize that we are going to do all that we can to keep our economy moving and to keep ourselves growing as restaurants. And so we're going to bring as many of these stories as we can. We find them across the internet, across the web, and so I'm going to bring a few of those here tonight that we have found that are interesting stories. They're stories of innovation, of inspiration, and well, some of them just look darn good. So let me first bring up, let's go down to Ridgetown, Mississippi, and Anjou Restaurant. I apologize, it's not someplace I've been, but I certainly think I should be in going soon. Let me bring you to Anjou, where we have another group of people that are doing some great family of four dinner packages. I will say the honey rosemary chicken tenders here look really amazing. Sorry, I didn't have that screen up. The honey chicken tenders looked, they just look, they just look good. Served with garlic mashed potatoes and green beans. But here's what I wanted to highlight. Sometimes it's not just a family of four, because we're giving up other times, and that may be date night. And so I like that they are putting together special packages for two people to be able to serve, and I'm going to be guessing eating in your van as you're overlooking maybe the Great Mississippi. I'm not sure where Anjou is in relation to the Mississippi, but you're going to have that quiet time away from family, friends, kids, whatever is separating you, and you and your loved one are going to have something that I'm going to say that I want. I'm just saying it right now. Did you see what was on that menu? I want some redfish beignets. Let's just be honest. That is definitely something that we should be having. And I want to say, Anjou Restaurant, great job. I hope you're doing well and striving. I want to go from one fine dining restaurant to another, but they didn't just put packages together. This is a restaurant, one of the best, always rated one of the best 10 to 15 restaurants in the United States, focused on service. It is high class, high fine dining. You don't go without a sport coat on, gentlemen. But let me bring over to the Canlis Restaurant. I'm going to scroll forward here a little bit. I pulled up their Instagram stories where they told about this because I wanted to read what they wrote at the beginning of this. And this is what they said. This is one of the best restaurants in the U.S. Times are changing, and so are we for now. We're shutting down our dining room and bringing food out to you. Fine dining is not what Seattle needs now. Instead, this is one idea for safely creating jobs for our employees while serving as much of our city as we can. We've got this, Seattle. And what is the Canlis family doing? I learned about this from Donald Miller of Story Brand. They started a bagel shed where you can get your bagels, your spreads, your breakfast sandwiches, and your coffee. Open 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. You can get your drive-through where you can go get your burger, veggie melt, a Canlis salad, or ice cream sandwich. This is not what you would have been eating in their menu just a few weeks ago. And they did this before there was mandatory shutdowns of restaurants. They jumped in, they led, and then, of course, they put a family meals together where they are delivering home-cooked dinner, a bottle of wine on your doorstep. Menu changes every day, and it's the Canlis menu. It's just amazing. And I love what they're doing. They are setting themselves apart. They are doing things to lead from the front. They made this decision, from what I understand, days before it was the rest of the businesses were choosing to stop having restaurant eating indoors and closing their dining rooms. And they did this not just for, one of the things I caught here, it's not just for their customers. It's not just for their bottom line, but for their city and for their employees. And they are looking to make that difference. And I just love what they are doing there. So let's bring up a couple others here. Let's bring up Rustic Ronnie's in Mohall, North Dakota. I'm assuming it's right off near the interstate because they are trying to serve those who are doing long haul truckers. And for last week, they were from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. They were giving away, no charge or no tip needed, a set of complimentary cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke. I just love that concept. Yesterday we talked about the deli that was giving away 250 hamburgers today in Tulsa, Oklahoma, to the hospital there because they did a buy one, give one. Rustic Ronnie's was thinking, hey, there are other groups of people that we can serve. That is those who are moving all of our goods, our oil, our transportation needs. They're moving things from point A to point B across this great land. We saw that Rustic Ronnie's saw that there was a need and an opportunity to serve. And in these times of needs, they chose to do that. And so I want to commend Rustic Ronnie's for what they're doing. I want to bring this idea up here, what Gusto was doing. Gusto, and we're seeing this in other places, and tomorrow I'm going to bring another idea of something that I've been involved with personally, and what we call the gift card surge, but we'll use that for tomorrow. But Gusto is offering dining bonds to pay employees. Atlanta-based Gusto has found an innovative way to generate revenue for their employees by creating dining bonds. So basically, it's paying for gift cards, but you're not allowed to use them until July 1st. But in honor of that, you're going to get extra. So 100 turns into 150, 200 turns into 350 on if you're willing to wait to September 1st. And so if you're willing to wait and allow them to use that capital to sustain during these hard times, you're being able to help that. So, that is just a great way for them to grow. Now, let's take the stories over a little bit here to, some of the alcohol delivery that we've been seeing and being able to do the to-go cocktails. I just thought this picture, when our team found this, they had me at a mason jar with a Mai Tai or a Moscow Mule. But look at the beauty of this and the creativity. To-go cocktails was not a thing a few days ago, but now we're showing great pictures, and we're seeing Tahoe Joe's, and let's make sure I know where Tahoe Joe's is. They are in California, and they are serving these cocktails, and look at that. A Moscow Mule margarita, Absolute Lemonade, doing great things. Let me jump over here to a Forbes article that I read. And yesterday we talked about doing virtual wine tastings, but I noticed here that the actual vineyards, and one of the vineyards that I know of well in Farniente, they're nickel wines. Farniente is actually doing tastings. You can select your wines right here, and they'll be shipped free of charge directly to your home within 2 to 3 days. Then you'll schedule a Zoom meeting with your host and settle in for a conversation about wines you're tasting. You can, of course, invite others in your quarantine to join you. What a great idea. This is, hey, you don't always have to come to us to taste our wine. Just purchase a few bottles, we'll send it, and we'll get on this Zoom meeting and have a wonderful discussion and still have a little bit of that experience that you have when you're actually looking to taste and partake with the wine. And I just love that idea. Let's do one last one here. And I think what I'm going to do is do the Sky Pizza. And what I just noticed here was that they were doing some really interesting things. Let's get over to their Facebook page, I think. In that they were just changing up what they were serving. So introducing our Stromboli, they had introduced a whole new menu. They were talking, hey y'all, we are open this week. They've been doing this for 34 years, and I just thought it says these are very uncertain times for everyone right now. It's even scarier for small businesses like us. Please remember the small places during this time, not just restaurants, but other businesses. Keep our town going. We love and appreciate all of our customers and all that you have done for us the past 34 years. We've not seen anything like this. None of us have. But Pie in the Sky, they're doing Mooresville, North Carolina. They're working hard to be able to stay home, to keep that approximate distance. And then they're doing specials like this past Sunday where they're offering curb service, a 2 large 2-topping pizza and a 2-liter for $33.50. And I just thought they're doing a good job. It's some of these places we're talking are bigger or smaller. They're just working hard to do that. So that is our stories tonight, as we're looking to tell the restaurant hero stories. We're going to bring 5 to 10 different stories every night. We're going to try to bring this from across the U.S., from all different sizes, from big and small. And we just want you to know that we've got your back. I don't know if there's any way we can help, but if there's a way that we can help you tell your story, we're here to do it. We want to inspire, we want to encourage, and we want you to know that we're in this together, and we're doing all we can to help restaurants to survive during this time, and not just survive, but maybe just a little bit thrive. On behalf of POS Choice, this has been yet another episode of Restaurant Heroes. Thanks very much, and I hope that you have a great night.